Alrighty guys, welcome to yet another episode of my Let's Play of the full version of the Crew Wild Run. And in this episode I'm going to be talking about what needs to be improved with the Mazda MX-5 to make it more competitive in PvP. Now, you probably don't know about this, but I was kind of basically wondering if this thing is actually OP, and it turns out it actually isn't. It's one of the worst cars in the game right now. In street spec, it's the worst car, but in perf spec, it's kind of average. But when you put it up against its closest rival, which is the BRZ, it doesn't stack up at all. So basically, what needs to be improved with the MX-5 to make it a much better car to compete with the BRZ? Well, it needs a little bit better acceleration. It needs better brakes, because right now the brakes are absolute crap compared to everything else. I mean, it'd be nice if it could compete up against the Wyra. This would be a very nice car to put up against the Wyra as well. But it doesn't have to be that overpowered. Because right now, pretty much this thing is one of the worst perf spec cars. It's the worst street spec car from what I see. I mean, it can't even compete with the Mini. It can hardly compete up with the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, and that's like that's another really pretty bad street spec car. It's actually slightly above average, but still, it's crap. But like I said, the MX-5 is the worst, so again, what needs to be fixed with the MX-5 is acceleration, improve it just a little bit. It needs better brakes. The grips, it's got enough grip actually as it sits right now. It's just the brakes are absolutely horrendous. It doesn't stop very well at high speeds. I mean, when you're just driving it along, it feels fine, but when you actually go into a PvP lobby and you drive it, you start to notice that the brakes are really bad on this thing. And they seriously need to be fixed. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed with this car because I was expecting more. I was expecting it to at least compete with the BRZ. And that would put it like in the I'd say above average. Above average to basic category if they fix that. Which would mean that it would be able to go up against the BRZ, like I said. So, message to the devs, please do fix the MX-5. I would like to see it compete with the BRZ, and of course I mentioned already before. But I'm going to mention it one more time. What needs to be fixed is the acceleration on the street spec. The acceleration just doesn't exist on the street spec. I mean, it's got the NOS power, it's got nitrous that's more than powerful enough on the perf spec. On street spec, it's kind of a little bit lower. But yeah, the grip is fine. The brakes need to be fixed. It's a major thing that needs to be fixed. The brakes are horrible. I have braking motors parts on this thing, and it still isn't very good. So yeah, and of course I'll have some videos of me doing PvP with this thing. So I'm just gonna end it off over here. So yeah, I'll put a little text of checklist things that need to be fixed on this MX-5 to make it competitive with the BRZ. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining.